You are welcome to Joe Newton online class. Now, in this class, we are to solve mathematics, and of course, we are looking at basic mathematics, which are foundational to mathematical knowledge. On the board here, we have fractions and percentages. Good. So we are asked to do conversions. That is converting from fractions to percentage and from percentage to fraction, as the case may be. This is very important for basic classes or basic schools, as well as the senior secondary school. Good. Now let's look at the question. Number one, we are asked to convert 3 over 4 to percentage. The number 2, convert 65% to fraction. The number 3, convert 2 over 5 to decimal fraction. Of course, this is ordinary common fraction. The number 4, to convert 0.25 to fraction. This is decimal fraction. Now to convert to common fraction as opposite operation to this. Okay, solution. In solving this, we observe simple rules or methods. First of all, whenever you hear percentage, what will quickly come to your mind is expression in 100. So number 1 says we are converting 3 over 4 to percentage. Well, this is the symbol, which means 3 over 4 times 100 over 1. Then 4 divided itself is 1. 4 divides 100 is 25, because 4 times 25 gives us 100. We are left with 3 and 25. Then 3 times 25 gives us 75. So we put percentage. Good. So 3 over 4 in ordinary fraction is equivalent to 75% in percentage. Number 2, we are asked to convert 65% to fraction. In other words, an opposite operation to this. Quickly, 65% to fraction, that will be equal to 65 over 100. 65 over 100. Why? Like I told you initially, that percentage is expression in 100. So 65 over 100. You now look at it, if you can reduce to lowest term. If it's not reducible, you leave it, because it is still a proper fraction. But looking at this, we see that whenever you have 5 ending a number and the 0 ending a number, they are divisible by 5. Okay, 5 divided 65 gives us 13, because 5 times 13 is 65. 5 divides 100 gives us 20, because 5 times 20 is 100. So 13 over 20 becomes the answer here, since we cannot reduce 13 over 20 to lowest form again. Although 2 can divide 20, but 2 cannot divide 13. Okay, so 65% is equivalent to 13 over 20 in common fraction. The number 3, we have 2 over 5 to decimal fraction. 2 over 5 in ordinary fraction to decimal fraction. To decimal, that will give us, we divide. Of course, we divide 2 divided by 5. You use the denominator to divide the numerator. So 5 divided 2, it is not possible. Then we put decimal and put 0. 5 divided 20, you have what? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. You verify and see it is what? 0 when you subtract. So our answer here is 0.4, which means 2 over 5 in ordinary or common fraction is equivalent to 0.4 in decimal fraction. The number 4, we are asked to convert 0.25 to fraction, ordinary fraction. Of course, it is in decimal fraction, but to convert to ordinary or common fraction. So we have 0.25. Remember, this is not 0.25. It is an error when pronounced so, because it is not up to one whole number, these 25 here. So any digit or numbers after decimal point is pronounced digitally, that is one by one, not as whole number. Supposing we have 25.25, it will sound awkward to pronounce 25.25. It doesn't make sense mathematically. So this is 0.25 to ordinary fraction. That will give us 25 all over. This decimal point transforms to 1. Digit here 0, next digit 0. So you see how to write the denominator. Some students or pupils find this difficult. It must not be over 100. It must not be over 10. It depends on the digits you have here. Very important. Okay. So we now reduce to lowest term because it is possible here. 5 divided 25 gives us 5, and 5 divided 100 gives us 20. If you look at it, we can still go further. We have common factors. Remember, in dividing or reducing to lowest term, you must use the same common factor for both the numerator and denominator. Where it does not work, then you stop. Then 5 divided this one is what? 1. 5 divides 20 gives us what? 4. So the answer here is 1 over 4. Implication is that 0.25 in decimal fraction is equivalent to 1 over 4 in ordinary or common fraction. I believe with these examples here, you'll be able to tackle or solve similar problems or tasks under conversions of percentage and fractions. Thank you for paying attention to this class. For more of these solutions on physics and mathematics, visit my YouTube channel, subscribe for notifications each time I upload new videos. Also, follow me on my Facebook page, Instagram, as well as TikTok, all at Joe Newton Online Class. You can also reach out to me for online tutorial lessons